What's going on, everyone? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Man, it's been quite some time before I made a podcast, but if you're listening on the podcast, obviously you can't see, but you can see the actual, podcast video. I have a camera set up right here. You can see pretty much where I'm at. But before I get into all the updates and whatnot, first of all, obviously, you know what your boy is about to say. Whether you are a first-time listener or a returning listener, I greatly appreciate you taking time out of your precious day to listen to me talk. But in today's episode, this is pretty much going to be like a life update, kind of going over where I'm at, so forth and so forth. So let's see. The last time I made an episode was April 27th. Today is May 26th, so almost a month, pretty much a month apart. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So, how am I going to structure this? So, if you're watching this or if you're listening, so I moved. I am in a house now. I used to live in an apartment. Even before an apartment, I lived with my father. And yeah, so the move has been great. It feels fucking phenomenal to be loud, to be just me, as far as like having my own space, things like that. I moved into a 3-bed, 2-bath house and with a 2-car garage. It's fucking great. And I'm not saying all these things to brag, shove in your face, blah, blah, blah. I'm simply telling you just because I've been busy. I've been productive. I've been getting things done. And yeah, my time is stretched very thin. And, yeah, so the next update is I had COVID twice. Fucking insane, right? Crazy. So I was literally going about my day, blah, blah, blah. And then like overnight, I got all these symptoms, flu-like symptoms. And because I had COVID before, I knew the feeling. I'm like, this can't be true. So I went to go take a test. Came out negative, went to work at T-Mobile, and they're like, dude, you look like shit. I told them I'm feeling like shit. Check my temperature with one of those little scan your forehead ones. Those are not accurate. Went to go take another test, and lo and behold, popped hot. Crazy, right? So I've been feeling a whole lot better. And yeah, I can't believe I got COVID for the second time. I think I have to wait like weeks or months, like 2 months tops, to go get the vaccine. I was very against it, but I've made up my mind and I'm going to take it. I still don't trust it, but the fact that I got COVID twice, says I need to swallow my pride and ego and go ahead and go take it. There's some people out there who, are well against it. Hey, great for you. I don't want to take it, but at this point, I mean, I got COVID twice, so like I have to fucking take it. So yeah, so there's that. What else? There's so many things. So if you've been following along in my journey, I was in South Carolina. That's where I was living at. And then I moved out to Colorado to help my father. And that journey, that process, that experience was not the best experience, honestly. It got to a point where I was like, you know what? It's time to do me. So I'll fill you in. So I got several calls a few years back, like a year or two ago, that my father was sick. And I flew out to Colorado twice. to check on him, make sure he's doing good, and he was not. Then I made the decision to fly out here or drive out here to take care of him, so I pretty much move. And in the beginning of this journey, it was okay. I was attending his appointments, paying attention, blah blah blah. Then over time, I still have to pay bills, right? I still have to work. I can't just stop all operations. I was working multiple jobs, trying to do local personal training, door dashing, food delivery, and working at my part-time job, T-Mobile. And I've noticed that there's certain things my father is not supposed to do: eat fatty foods, smoke cigarettes, caffeine, things like that. Eat high sodium, and he was doing all those things while I was at work. And then it got to a point where he was doing those things while I was at his home. And I'm like, dude, like, you cannot, you can't force someone to do something they don't want to, right? You can influence them, right? And I figured that, hey, your son moving out here was going to be a big influence for you to want to do better, right? You're talking the talk, but you're not walking the walk. You say you want to get better, but you're not really putting in the effort, okay? It gets even better. So this podcast is to not throw any shade, talk down on my father, right? This is just my, how I feel, my perspective. And it's going to lead up to why I moved to a home. Anyways, it got better. I was living upstairs, so it's a 3-bedroom. He stays upstairs with his girl, his wife, whatever. So I got the news that he was bringing over a few more people, and he said, "Could you, sleep in the living room downstairs, or I can just make the garage a bedroom for you." And I'm like, what? Yeah. So a few people came. I think the daughter on his girl's side, and then my cousin and his wife. They moved in. So I moved in with my, at the time, my girlfriend. And what was I going to say? So I was living in there. I would visit him, and then over time, I still didn't see, going to the doctor's appointments. They literally told me verbatim, we don't see him improving at all. Right now, we're just trying to pretty much keep him alive, kind of keep him barely, kind of functioning. And, that devastated me. And then I noticed myself I would still go to the appointments with him, but I wasn't really paying attention, really focused, because it hurt. Like, you're my father, right? You should be the role model, but you're not. And it sucks, right? I literally dropped everything, moved out here to help him, and nothing, right? And if you're listening, you hear me say the word father, because I in my opinion, I never had a dad. A dad is completely different from a father. A dad is, that figure, that role model, right? Someone who leads by example, someone who's there for you. And unfortunately, through our history, he was not that. He created me. Yes. Am I thankful? Absolutely. Am I grateful? Yes. Right? Because without him and my mother, I wouldn't be here. But again, my opinion, my perspective, being called a dad, right? You have to work for it. You can't just be handed that. And unfortunately, I don't see him as a dad. And I'm not saying that for sympathy, for sorrow, or anything like that. It's just at my dad, right? If I had one, my fucking dad, would not only talk the talk, but he would walk the walk as far as wanting to get better, right? His son moving out, right, across the country should be more than enough to, influence you to want to get better. But anyways, so yeah, lived with my girlfriend, and yeah, been staying there. So why did I move here? Well, number one, it was the whole father situation, and number two, new levels, new devils. So there were, I don't like living in an apartment. I'd rather have my own home. And yeah, there were just so many things wrong. I wouldn't say wrong. It's just I make enough, and so if you're watching, yeah, I have a engaged, so now fiance. She has 2 kids, and the apartment, in my opinion, was just not big enough. I wanted more of a family setting, so I took that risk and decided to acquire a home. Do I own the home? No, I am renting, and yeah, it feels very fucking good. With the opportunities that I've been given, I wouldn't be able to make this happen. So if you're watching this and you've been following along with me, my social media, I had black hair, so now I have like a caramel hair. My fiance did it. She's going to beauty school at beauty. I don't have water. She's going to beauty school at the moment, so she cuts my hair. She does all my brows, things like that. Makes your boy look pretty, not pretty, but presentable. Yes. Oh, and another update. I'll probably save it for the next episode, but I want to share my experience when it comes to PEDs. If you don't know what PEDs mean, it means performance enhancing drugs, aka steroids. Yeah, mind blown. I wouldn't say I was against it. Was definitely leaning towards it. Then I took a plunge. So stay tuned for that. That episode is going to be very juicy. I am only sharing my experience. Disclaimer: I am not a consultant or anything. This is all free advice. I took 1 cycle. I am by means no expert, but I can tell you some of the do's, don'ts, things like that. But I simply wanted to take it to, hence the word, enhance my performance in the gym. I could care less about aesthetics, obviously, because I'm slowly transitioning into the role of a family man, so I don't care less about that at all. Do I want to look good, have a good looking body? Absolutely. But is that like my top priority? Absolutely not. Family, business, things like that, those are life experiences that right now those are kind of my top. But yeah, so I think I just blew through all the updates. Yeah, that's literally what has been happening. So in the last literally 30 days, which is crazy. So if you're listening, watching, I will be releasing a kind of house tour. I have a few clips from my GoPro, obviously my camera as well. Some here on my phone. I've just been very, very, how should I say, productive. We'll use the word both sick and productive, proactive. I've been trying to keep very proactive. Yeah, I believe that is it. Oh, I'm still doing online coaching. I haven't been very active on it, But now that I have my space, I have my own little office in there, which is pretty fucking dope. I ordered all my office stuff, so it'll be here within the next couple, like 2 weeks. That's gonna be pretty dope. But yeah, lots of content coming your way. I'm gonna really do my best to balance everything from family to business to work to fitness to content. I know content is king, and I do seriously apologize for not being so active. I really try to do my best, but excuse me. But when you get hit with COVID twice, it definitely is not a joke. So I've been really trying to prioritize my health, because without my health, I really couldn't do anything, whether that's family, business, fitness, things like that. So I wanted to hop on here and just, say hi, give you all an update. I'm okay. I'm living. And I'm slowly getting back up on my feet and moving forward. So other than that, thank you so much again. I just took a look at my total plays, and it definitely has increased. So I do greatly appreciate that. I'm not chasing plays, right? I don't really care about that, but it is a good benchmark as far as like, hey, people are listening, and one of the things that I want to do is impact in some way, shape, or form, through whether that's through my experience, my knowledge, whatever I've learned along the way in my journey. I definitely want to make some type of impact, share whatever, to help at least one person out there. I feel like that's what I was put on this planet to do, and which leads to my next thing. If you got this far, again, thank you so much, and it would mean the world to me. I don't want your money or anything like that. If you could leave a review, share this episode, or share any of my past episodes, right? Doesn't take, there's no monetary value or anything like that. I just want to get the word out, and hopefully help someone, or even spark a conversation. If you want to have a conversation with me, I'm pretty active on both Instagram and Facebook. I will drop my handle below in the the comment section or whatever, or the description, so look out for that. I believe I'm on Spotify and Apple Podcast, so look into that. Other than that, happy, pretty much it's the end of May, so end of May. The year definitely has flown by, and hope you're having a fantastic day, and be on the lookout for those next few episodes. If you're if you're following or watching my YouTube, I'll be posting the house tour very, very soon. It's looking pretty fucking nice. It feels great. So other than that, have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you real soon. Peace out.